finally got CamStudio 2 working on NT4. It was struggling to work at first because there was a DLL file missing. So I installed Visual Studio 6 and now it works. I mean, I could have gone and found the specific redistributable file, but I couldn't be bothered to do that. I will admit this is one of the few pieces of software that I've plundered because, well, quite frankly, I'm not going to pay hundreds of pounds for what is in fact obsolete software. If you want to go and get the box version of Visual Studio, go ahead and pay £200 or £300, but I'm not doing that. I just want it to work and maybe have a go at making my own programs at some point. I haven't got around to that yet. But it also helps with any programs that require the files from it without having to find the specific redistributables. Now, this is probably a terrible frame rate for you watching, but it's fine for me. It's just the way CamStudio works. It's a bit slow, and it doesn't help that this is an old processor, a Pentium 3, and there's only 384 megabytes on it. So I can show you, well, it's in kilobytes, but there are 384 megabytes installed. I could upgrade and put 768 megabytes because this motherboard will support that, but as I mentioned before, I was trying to do like a dual boot setup, but then I realised that's a lot of hassle, so I'm just sticking to one operating system at a time. That's easier. Who knows, I might try and get the 256, I might try and get like 3 256 megabyte RAM sticks, but it has to be PC 100 because this one doesn't support PC 133. See, that doesn't help either. This is actually using a slower RAM type because PC 133 is literally 33% faster. And if you could get a PC with DDR, that would be even faster. To get the ultimate performance out of NT4, really you'd need a PC which has a Pentium 4 and DDR RAM, possibly DDR2, if you can find one. I know they exist, but they're not very common, but that would probably be the best you get, because it's got to be sort of old enough that it supports NT4, but new enough that it's like better. It gives you better performance, but not too new. So anyway, let's have a look here, because I just want to show some of these things so you can sort of see what the differences are, or more accurately, what's not different. I mean, you've got screensavers pretty much the same. Well, they are the same as what's on 98 and 95. The notice it says OpenGL on here. It specifies that it's OpenGL. It doesn't do that on 95 or 98. Now, something I noticed when I first got this installed properly is that the 3D maze actually is a lot smoother and quicker on NT4, although you can't see it on the video. It is a lot smoother on NT4 than it is on 95 or 98. And something I love about like old Windows, you can really customize all the screensavers. I'll go into more detail on that in another video, in which I will discuss Windows 98, and I will get a proper capture card. In fact, I've already ordered one. I've just got to wait for it to come. But I just wanted to make this video now, and it proves that CamStudio works as well, so that's another thing. Even if it barely works. Marquee, Mr. Fire, Starfield. You can actually install the backgrounds from like 95 plus on here. I haven't got any at the moment, and there's there's only the only cool wallpaper I've got is Voodoo 2, which is obviously from the Voodoo 2 drive. install, because this computer has a Voodoo 2 card and a Matrox Millennium, as you can see here, because you need a 2D card as well. I don't know which 2D card my parents' old PC would have had, but it would have probably been something like this, something like a Matrox. Probably was, but I couldn't tell you which card it was specifically. I mean, I know this is a good one, which is why I got it for this, to go along with the Voodoo 2. Not that there's many games to really take advantage of it, because the last version of DirectX supported on NT4 is DirectX 3, technically 3.0a. Some people have managed to get DirectX 5 working, but it's very unstable. I don't really want to put that on here. But yeah, it's very limited in what sort of games you can play. If a game runs on OpenGL, then it will run fine on here. And some people say the games that do work on here run better than on 9X systems. Which 9X includes 95, 98, and ME, or me, as I like to call it. Well, that's how it's stylized. That's how it should be pronounced. Also known as Millennium Edition. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Oh yeah, the control panel. So yeah, this is another thing I like. All your settings are in the control button. It's literally 3 clicks at most. Start menu. Okay, technically you have to go into settings, but you don't actually have to click that bit. 2, and then 3 is right. So if I want to change mouse stuff, you go into mouse. Blah 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 blah. Keyboard. You don't go through like 10 different windows just to find your settings. Microsoft was very careful and smart about the way they designed Windows. Starting with 95, I mean, the start menu is the best thing they ever did, and they should have kept it like that. I'm not going to bother going back to like 3.1 and stuff, because that's when Windows gets sort of unrecognizable to me. I mean, nowhere was running Windows 3.1 in my lifetime. Like, when I don't know anywhere that was running a computer with Windows 3.1. I mean, there would have been, but I didn't see any, because most people had upgraded to, well, most people would upgrade it to XP. I mean, my school had upgraded to XP. It was only like in the first year, reception. That's what the first year is called, before you actually get into year 1. A lot of computers were still running 98, and then it's like next year they all upgraded to XP. So I've plenty of experience on XP from like at school and at the library and stuff, but we never actually had it at home. Yeah, all the old systems are just better. And that includes, like, even XP is better than the garbage we have today. What am I actually looking at? I've got it in 16-bit because it runs a bit faster. I think that's it for like the backgrounds and stuff. Let me just show you. I've got SimCity 2000 on here, which is CD-ROM's not in there, but I just want to show you that
Reticulate and spline.
it does in fact work. I'm not going to be doing a let's play, so this video isn't a let's play, so I just want to show you that it works. If you're hearing any audio, it's because the mic's picking it up. You can't actually record audio from the system and the mic at the same time on CamStudio, unfortunately. But in fact, on here, you can't record from the sound card anyway. Okay, better close that before I get carried away. Oh yeah, accessories, games, pinball. NT4 was the first version to have pinball by default, although you still had to choose the but it's the first version to actually have it like on on the installation disc. On here, okay, let's not get carried away there either. I don't think there's really much more I want to say in this because I haven't got a capture card, so I know it really looks terrible. Not exactly the most professionally done video, but I assure you I'm getting a capture card. I've already ordered one, well it's a second hand one, but I'm only going to make a few videos. I didn't even think I was going to make any more at all on YouTube, but I want to make a few more for like the old systems. Actually, I better just show you here. So I've actually got USB, sort of USB support. Windows NT never officially supported USB, but Dell released a driver that could let you do it, and I think there were a few other companies that did as well. You see this, it's an Intel PCI to USB universal host controller, but obviously you need a driver to actually use it. Now I've not even tested plugging a memory stick in there, but I probably will try because that's how I'm going to transfer this video when it's done. I don't want to waste a whole CD just to move a garbage video over. See if I can use USB on here, that will save me a lot of CDs because that's how I've been putting stuff on it for now. Well, it's good to back them up anyway. Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't want to. I mean, this is garbage enough. If you're still watching, then well, you have a lot of patience. I might make a series just on some like old software, perhaps like some obscure software that, uh, like the kind of stuff that, well, I won't spoil any. I'll do it as I go. Okay, but yeah, I think that's it. I think I can press stop. Thanks for watching, if you still are.